Hi everyone, welcome to this session of the training. Okay, so today we'll be looking at Pixellab, the functions of the app, the functions of the app, the functions of the tools in the app, then how to use those tools. Okay, so let me start from the top. Okay, so I'll start from the top left. Okay, so first off, let's look at the plus icon. So this plus icon, when you click on it, you first of all see text. You see text, you see current date, you see sticker shapes from gallery and draw. Okay, so this text is used to add new text. As you can see, I clicked on that text and I got new text. You can just come and edit the text and type something like great or anything. This is just that text, so you use there to add new text. Okay, so this is current date. Use it to get the accurate date, like the actual date, the correct date. Okay, so this other one is stickers. As you click on it, stickers will pop up. Okay, so you can use any sticker. These are emojis, so that's for that. Okay, so the other one is shapes. So when you click on it, so this is like a square, you click on this drop down here. Understand? When you click, you can change to circle or any other shape. Okay, let me use circle. Okay, so you click on this place. That's the first thing to do. Click on this place. Okay, so I clicked on it and I got circle. Okay, so here when you scroll down, you can see opacity. When you can decrease the opacity to make it transparent. Okay, you can change the color. So this is stroke. You can add stroke, increase the stroke, decrease the opacity of the stroke to change the color of the stroke and make it blur. Okay, these are all effects that you get. Okay, so that's that for that. The next is from gallery. Here you get, this is where where you click when you want to import images from your background. Okay, so I can click on from gallery. Okay, to get like an image like this. So as you can see, this is an image that I downloaded. So this is how I just got it. So you click on from gallery to get images. Okay, so this is draw. So when you click on that, you can choose the color that you want to use to draw. You can use red, you can use this to draw. Okay, so this is always used when you are making like church flyers. Use it to hide some parts of images. Okay, so I can just shade draw to an extent. Okay, I can just draw to an extent. Okay, so you can increase the pen size. Like as you can see, I've increased it. So when you reduce it, will be tiny. This is the smoothness. So you can increase the smoothness so that you can draw something more smooth. Okay, so blur reduce. You can use blur to make what you are drawing so faint. Okay, so you can also use this to hide parts of it. You can increase the blur reduce and make it so faint. So that's that for draw. Okay, so let me delete all this. Okay, so that's that for the plus icon. Okay, so here at the top here, this icon here is used to save as project or save as image. So when you click as save as project, you want to save your work inside Pixellab, not in your gallery. I repeat, when you click on save as project, you want to save your work inside Pixellab. Okay, so it's advisable to, after doing any work, you save as project and then save as image too, so that maybe when the client demands an editing on the work you did, you can just come back and go to your projects to edit. I'll still show you where to get your project that you saved. Okay, so you can just click and save that project and save as any name you like. Okay, that's that. Okay, so the next one is this icon. So that is used to save as image also. So when you click on it like this, it is used to save to your gallery. Okay, so you can choose JPG on PNG default, you can choose high, ultra, then you click on save to gallery here. Okay, so you use this to save to your gallery. Okay, so that's that for that. So these quotation marks here are used to get quotes. You use them to get quotes. Okay, so as you can see, let me click on it. So you can get different quotes. Maybe you are designing a flyer that demands you to get a quote or anything. You can just come click on any of them, it has appeared. So that's that for that. Okay, so these 3 dots by the top right, you can, like majority of these functions of these parts that I've shown you before, you can do them from these 3 dots. As you can see, use image from gallery. If you click on this, you can still get image from your gallery. You can still import images from there. As you can see, I can still import images from there. Okay, so sorry, you use that for background. Use image for guide. This is like functions for a background. Okay, so let me change this. Okay, so you use that. This use image from gallery. When any image you get from there, you turn out to be your background. Okay, so maybe you have a background that you downloaded that you want to use it for your work. You can just click on use image from gallery to bring it to this page. Okay, so this is full screen when you want your work page to be full, like to be for full screen. Use image from camera. That's maybe you want to snap something and use it as your background. Export image, that is also to save to gallery. So this image size, this is where you come to set the size of your working page. So you can, maybe for a flyer you want to set as square, click OK. As you can see, this is now a square. You can now work on the design. Okay, so I think that's all for this side. All these ones are advanced work. Okay, so the next is this icon. Okay, so this icon is used to undo an action. I can click on it. I have undone this. Click on it again. I have undone it again. Okay, so you use that to undo an action. Okay, so the next is this icon. This is used to zoom your page. Okay, so when you click on it, you can zoom and reduce the zooming again. Okay, so that is used to zoom when you want to see your work clearer. Okay, so these 4 dots here, they are used to get, these are called grid lines. Use it to align your work to like the center, to make sure it's placed at the center. When you click on the U icon, then you can, as you can see, you can get it to the center or any other place you want. So you can also use it as ruler when you click on this icon. Okay, so when you see this now, as you can see, this is for the vertical, to get the new vertical ruler, while the other one beside it is used to get a new horizontal ruler. Okay, so I can click on it. As you can see, one new ruler has appeared. I can use it as a boundary for this, and maybe I drag another one to the other end. I click on the horizontal, add it at the other end, and then maybe drag this one. So after doing that, you just click on the 4 dot and click on it again. It has formed a new boundary for you. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, so this icon here, this shows the whole everything you do on this page will appear on that place as layers. So when you click on the place, so as you can see, this is my shoe, this is my text, these are everything that on that page, see them as they appear there. So this is here from here now. When you click on this key icon, you lock that text, it can't move again. As you can see, it's no longer clickable. Okay, so the pencil here, when you click on it, this pencil is used to edit the text again. The other icon here is used to copy. The T is for the size, the other one is for rotate, the something like a copy is for the color. Then this icon here is to place to front, while the other one is to place at the back. Let me show you what I mean. Like when I click on it and I click on place to front, it has the text has appeared. Let me unlock. The text has appeared on top of every other thing that is on this page. Okay, so when I click at place at the back, it goes at the back. So that's the function of that place. Okay, so you can also, as you can see, anyone that I clicked, it will be showing a blue icon to show that that's the one that you clicked. Okay, so but I can still place it to the front by dragging it to the top. Okay, these are all functions of these are alternate ways of doing so. Okay, so this eye icon here is used to hide a particular image, a particular work that you did, or maybe you want to hide this text. You can just click on the eye icon. As you can see, you have hid it, so you can still like click on it again to see the icon again. So maybe you want to hide some part of your work to do another thing, and then you can still make it to reappear by clicking on that eye icon again. Okay, so that's that for top here. Okay, so this icon is used to delete. So you can just click on it to delete something, and you can still do undo. Okay, so that's that for top of the page. So let's come down to this place. Okay, so let's first of all come to this circle down here. Okay, so this circle, when you click on it, as you can see my projects here by the left here, when you click on my project, this is where you get the whole works that you have saved as project. So you can click on any of them to still edit it again. You understand? You can still click on any of them to edit it again. Okay, so maybe I click on something like this, you can still come here to edit something again. Maybe you come here, you type a separate work. Let's just say that I designed this for somebody and the person wants to edit, I can come back and edit. So after you save your project, that's where to get those work that you have done before. Okay, so let me click on it again. I go back to my default page. Okay, so that's that for that. So one thing about this page, okay, let me show you something. When you click on any of these icons down here, all these icons down, when you click on any of them, something will pop up here. Like you see something that will pop up on this place. Like when you click on this is what will appear. When you click on another thing will appear. When you click on this hexagon here, it will display tools related to that hexagon. When you click on the other one, it will display. When you click on the last one, it will still display. So that's that for that. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so these are all backgrounds that Pixellab that came with the Pixellab. It's not like it's the only background you can use to design, but these are the ones that came with Pixellab. You can still download backgrounds and use for your work. Okay, so let me click on this A icon. As you can see, new tools have appeared. Okay, so the first tool is this A icon is for text. This A icon here is for text. Okay, so the first, let me say, when you click on edit, so when you click on edit, you can still type a new text. You understand? That's that for that. When you click on A icon, A is for text. So all these functions are functions that are related to text. All these functions you are seeing here are functions that are tools that are used to work on text. Okay, so this first pencil here is for edit. So when you click on it, you edit, you type a new text. Okay, so the next one here is delete. When you click on it, you delete the text. Okay, so I undo. So that's that for that delete. This is copy. When you click on it to duplicate it, okay, see that to front and to back again. Okay, so you can still click on to front, it will appear on top. You can click to back, it will go to the back. Okay, so the next one is position. So when you click on position, you use it to move your work. As you can see, move it to different directions. You can reduce it, you can move it, or you can use this minus sign to reduce, or use the plus sign to reduce. So okay, after everything, just click on the good. That's done for that. Okay, so the next one is relative position. This is used to place at maybe the center, bottom. Let me say when I click on this first one, that means I move it to the left, like I want to place it to the left. Okay, so let me click on it. As you can see, I have placed it at the extreme end of the left hand side. When you click on the right, move it at the extreme end of the right hand side. When you click on this, you take it down. When you click on this, you take it up. Okay, so this other one, this one here, you use it to place it at vertically at the center, but not horizontally at the center. When you click on it, it's at the center horizontally, or vertically, sorry, it's at the center vertically. Okay, why the other one at the bottom, this, you use this one, you use it to place it horizontally at the center. So when I click on that, it's vertically at the center. When I click on this, it's now horizontally at the center. So it's both vertically and horizontally at the center at this point. Okay, so that's that for that. You click on OK. Okay, this T icon is for the size. Okay, so when you click on it, you can increase the size or reduce the size or anything, add, subtract. Okay, so that's that for size. This padding, okay, so when you increase padding, let me bring this up. This is left padding, this is right padding. You use this padding when you use a particular font that maybe some parts of the fonts were hidden. Let me show you an example. Of what I mean. Okay, you use this icon here to bring it back to 00. This icon here at the center, this, use it to bring it back to the center. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by the function of that left padding. Okay, let me choose a particular font. Let me use this Cassandra font. Some parts of this S, I think, is hidden. Let me use that left padding, that right padding. As you can see, this part of the S appeared as I used right padding. So use this padding to open up some parts of the font that were hidden after you added, you choose the font. Okay, so let me return it to the original. Okay, so the next one is color. You click on it to give colors to your text. So these are all different colors. Okay, so the other one is gradient. This is used to give like 2 or more colors to your text. When you click on gradient, let me say I click on this. As you can see, these are 2 colors. As you can see, you can still click on the plus icon to edit it. If you come to the top here, let me say this is circular placement. So the one color will be at the bottom while the other one will be at the center. You can still adjust it to any points or reduce it, or thicken it, or decrease it. You can still move this. move that. Okay, so you use this to work on it. So when you want to change the color, you can drag this and click on this bucket at the extreme end. Then you can change the color to anything you like. Okay, when you click on OK, it appears there. You drag this one to click on the cup, the bucket. You can click to add the color. Okay, so when you click on this bucket here, when you click on this icon at the top here, this icon here, you can use it to pick color from your background. As you can see, this is my background. I can say, okay, I want to use the color of the background. When you click on it, the color appears, as you can see. So you use that to pick colors. Okay, so you use this plus icon to increase the number of colors you want to add. Okay, so as you can see, there are 4 now. I can click add 5. I can use minus to remove them. So the minimum number of colors is 2 for gradient. Okay, so that's that for that. So you can use this. Let me type something extra. Let me show you something. Okay, so you can use that selection here to, like, maybe say you drag to only this, you want only that, you want to apply color to only that one. When you do that, you click OK. Wait, let me show you what I mean. You drag, you can give color to, okay, sorry, okay, I think that's for that. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, so anyone you like can click on color, still click on the plus icon to choose your color, or click on the pencil icon at the top right to pick a color from the background. Okay, so the next one is texture. So when you click on texture to add a particular, how will I put it, let me say you want to add a background, a particular image to your text. Let me show you an example. When I click on texture, I'll click on it like this. So I'll go back to my gallery. Okay, I can click on this lady here. When I click on the lady, I click OK. As you can see, the woman's body has appeared on my text. Okay, so you use that to add. I can enable scale it to any place I like. So you use texture to add effects from your gallery, like images that you have. You use it to add effects to your text. So you can still, if you don't like it, you can still click on this delete icon here to click on delete to remove it. Okay, that's that. Opacity is used to reduce the transparency or increase the transparency. Okay, so when you drag, as you can see, the transparency has reduced. Okay, so use that to reduce or increase transparency. So if you want to put shadow to it, you can click, you can remove it. It does not really have an effect here. Okay, so that's that for that. Rotate, use it to rotate the text at any angle you like. Okay, so I can still click on this to go back to the original. Okay, so mask, you use it to cut out some parts of the text. Okay, I can say I don't want some parts of the text. I can just drag and drag and drag and drag and drag. If I click on enable, I've removed that part. So if I want to remove the other side, I can click on out to remove the other part. As you can see, if I click on in, I remove the inside. I click on this, I remove the outside. Okay, so okay, this is used to position the mask tool. Okay, so that's for that. This, when you click on this one, is for editing what you already have. Okay, so you might say you click on plus to add another boundary. Okay, another mask. For example, you can click on subtract. Okay, you can, okay, let me see. When you click on this first icon here, on this, okay, when you click on it, use it to remove the nodes of the text. Okay, so it can only be two, minimum of two. Okay, so when you click on this, you are, I think, use it to add. Okay, so use it to add nodes to your work. Okay, so you can just add. Okay, that's that for that. When you click on this, use it to increase the size or reduce the size. Okay, I can cancel. This is used to rotate. So after rotating, don't click on this plus here. You see the plus you will click on. Okay, so I think that's that for that. Okay, let's go over to, let's undo. Okay, so fonts, you click on font to change the font style. Okay, so these are fonts that Pixellab has to offer. So you can still, when you watch, like, I will still show you how to add, how I added my own fonts here. Okay, but these are fonts that the Pixellab came with. Okay, so maybe in the next video you see that. Okay, so you can choose any font I like. As you can see, it has appeared here. So style, I can use it to bold, or I italicize, I underline. So this last one is just to, like, remove everything you have done and bring it back to the original. Okay, so that's that for that. Curve, use it to curve, bend your text to a certain size. Okay, so maybe you use this when you're doing logos, okay, so you can still go back to this. Okay, you can still click on this to go back to the original. Okay, so background, use it to add colored backgrounds to your text. So, okay, so you can still use padding to increase it, or use red padding to increase, to decrease. That's that for that. You can use top and bottom padding. Okay, you can increase the radius or decrease the radius. Okay, that's that for that. Align, use it, this first one is just to align to the left. You place it to the left, everything to start from the left, while the last one is used to start everything from the right. Why this is central alignment. Okay, so that's that for that. Spacing, use this to create horizontal spaces within your text, like the whole letters. You create spaces within the letters. When you choose words, you create spaces between words. Okay, so that's that for that. Line, this is a vertical spacing. You can create vertical spacing space. Okay, so that's that for that. I can still come back to original. Okay, stroke, you can see when you click on stroke, use it to add outlines to your text. So as you can see, you can increase it to a certain point depending on what you are doing. You can still change the color to anything you like. You can even use your gradient, like, to add more than one color to the background, and still use the way I showed you in the color to work on it to have many colors. Okay, so you can increase it or reduce it to a point. Okay, so that's that for that. This is shadow. Use it to add shadow to the text. So when you reduce the opacity, it reduces the appearance of the shadow. Okay, so you can use blur reduce to remove it entirely or increase the shadow. When you click on outer glow, you can adjust it, the shadow, to any side you like. Okay, or this for the vertical, while this for the horizontal. Okay, so that's that for that. So but if you don't want it, you can remove, and then you can click on this times icon here to remove the effect. Okay, so this is inner shadow. Use it to add shadow to the text. You guys can see the shadow inside the text. Okay, so that's that for that. So the next one is emboss. So let me show you something about this emboss. When I click on emboss, if I enable emboss, as you can see, these texts are broken. So this is like a systematic error, like it's a systematic malfunction in Pixellab. But you can still use this emboss by maybe increasing or reducing the size of the text. Let me show you something. As you can see, wait, let me use another text. Let me use another text to show you this. So let me click on this. Let me change the font. For instance, I clicked on this. Okay, so you use emboss. When you use emboss, okay, so it didn't break now, because if I might increase the size until it will break, as you can see. So you can enable this emboss by extending it to a particular like size. Maybe as you can see, whenever you see that is now clear, you leave it. You can still increase it to a certain point again. Okay, as you can see this. Okay, so you can still increase it to a certain point. Just increase it until you see that its elbow is clear. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I can leave it like this. I can now enable. You can increase the intensity and decrease the light, and make it more hard, bevel, make it look like plastic. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, so perspective, use it to move your text. Any, like, place it in a perspective way. We can still use this to go back to the original. Okay, so 3D rotate, use it to rotate in another manner. Okay, you can still go back to the original. 3D text is to use it to form perspective or oblique. You use it to make it look somehow bold. Okay, so as you can see this is oblique. I can reduce this, use this to mock up logos. Okay, so you can leave it like this. We'll say leave it at 2. Then you can darken it. Okay, you can rotate the depth to go in the certain direction you want. Okay, so this is to rotate it to a round. Okay, let me reduce it to 0. Okay, this is the like use it. As you are using this, you see the effect. Okay, this shadow hardness to make it so thick. Okay, so you can still change the color of the depth to black, green, red. Okay, so as you can see, effect of red there. So that's that for that. Okay, so this is to 3D shadow, is to add shadow below the text. As you can see, there is a shadow that is appearing there, as you can see. Okay, so that's that for that. I can still remove the effect. I can still enable it. Okay, so this T is a reflection of the text. You can still see the reflection of the text. You can still move it up or down. So that's that for that. Okay, so the next is this icon here. So this, when I click on it, this is for, as you can see, it's not popping up any reasonable tool, because I don't have this. One is used for shapes and objects. Okay, it's used to add effect on shapes and objects. Okay, so let's say that I add a shape. Okay, let me leave a shape like this. Okay, so as you can see, it has shown different functions the same way the text showed a function. Okay, so when I click on edit, I use it to increase the radius, okay, to a certain point, reduce the opacity, increase stroke, reduce the opacity of the stroke, okay, reduce the transparency, change the color. So that's that for that. Okay, this is used to delete. Okay, so let me undo the action. Okay, you use this to crop to a certain point. Okay, you can copy the same way you did in text, place to front, place to back, position, relative position. Okay, so this is relative size. When you click on this, use it to reduce the size of the wideness and the height. Okay, so you can still enable it. Okay, so that's that. So you can choose color again. You can add different colors and still work with gradient the same way I showed you in the text part. Okay, so you can still add texture. So let me show you the effect of this. So let me say if I click on this image now and click on it, it appears on the text. Let me show you something. Let me work on this. Let me increase the opacity to 100. Okay, so I can still add texture to it. Let me show you let me delete this. Okay, so let me get another shape. Okay, so if I click on texture, I can add the image to this. I can still enable it to appear well, but let me show you another way of doing this. So when you want to add texture, that is a square. So when you click on the image, you click on this icon here. This icon here. You click on it to get a square. So when I click on it, it trims it to be a square. So maybe even if you're adding to a circle, you can still click on, like, now like do this. Let me show you. This is all rotate. Okay, so I'll still show you for the circle part. So when you click on this is now a square. It appears boldly on the square. Okay, so as you can see, that's that for that. Okay, so let me show you for circle. So when you click on shape, you click here, add circle. When you click on the texture and click on the image, okay, you can, I think it's okay, that's not here, sorry. If you want to add texture to this, that means you have to just import an image. Let me get an image. As you can see this circle icon here. Okay, so when I click on it, no, sorry, that's not the first thing to do. Wait, let me show you something. That's a mistake. Okay, so let me delete this. Let me get from gallery. First of all, you click on this square. When it forms a square, then you click on circle to carve out a particular part you want. Okay, so you can still carve out this point and click, and then reduce it to fit what you want. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it appeared. So you can now merge two of them. Okay, so when you want to merge, you click on that layer part, then click on this dot, this option down here. Okay, so when you click on it, you click on the ones you want to merge together. So I want to merge the circle and the image. When I click on top of them, I click on this effect down here, this one at the center. So when you click on it, you merge. Okay, so I have merged the two images, so I can now move it around together. So this is another way of adding texture to a text without following the normal way of doing that. Okay, so I think that's for that. Let me continue using the square. Okay, So opacity is still to reduce the transparency. Okay, color filter to increase the saturation and everything, brightness, decrease the brightness, but it's only working on that shape, not on the texture you added. It's just working on the shape. You understand? Okay, so I can still revert to the original. Okay, so stroke is used to add outline. You can see as I can add outline and I change the color. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, you can get pink, get orange, any color you like. Okay, so that's that for that. Okay, so eraser, you can use it to erase any part of the square. Okay, when you increase this, you increase the size of the eraser. As you can see, it's now bold. You can still go back, undo. Let me reduce this. I can still do something like this. I see, as you can see, I've cleaned a part, I've erased a part. Okay, so mask is still the same function as in text. Okay, you can still do the masking. Okay, erase color. You can use this to erase. As you can see, I've erased the white background. This is now appearing just like this with no text showing. Okay, so you use erase color to erase a particular part. If you want to, if it's not the white background that you want to erase, or you maybe want to erase like two colors, you just click and pick a color that you want to erase. Click OK. It has erased that. Okay, so you can click on this plus icon to increase the number of colors you want to remove. As you can see, I removed the white and the orange color at the same time. So I can still remove. If you click on the plus icon, you can still get a certain. Let me get this pink. Let me zoom to get what I'm looking for. So you can still is forming to be hard. Okay, so let me see if I can find it now. Well, I cannot find the color, so it depends. Maybe it's because it's the outline. Okay, so I can just reduce it. I can click OK. So you use that pencil to pick the color that you want to remove. So you can increase the tolerance to make it brighter. As you can see, smooth edges. So that's that for that. Okay, so let me enable it. Okay, so rotate, use it to rotate the same way. Okay, 3D rotate, I've shown you that before. You can use it to rotate like this. Okay, so 3D shape. Okay, let me see. As you can see, it's still the same effect. You can still form something like this, change the color and everything the same way you do in the text. Perspective the same. Shadow, you still add shadow. Okay, inner shadow the same. Emboss the same. Okay, so let's go to the last, almost the last part. Okay, so this is for the background. These are, when you click on it, as you can see, these are functions of the background. So you want to use this to change the color of the background. Okay, so you can change the color of the background from here. Okay, so you make it a transparent background. When you want to design with you design something like a PNG that you want it not to have a background, you can use that. Okay, you can, from here you can still work on the image size, the size of your work, the same way I showed you from the top, from these three dots at the top. Okay, so you can't crop, that's why it's dim. Image, when you click on it, this will pop up images that Pixellab has. Okay, you can use them, or you can get from your gallery. So get images from your gallery to serve as your background. When you click on this, you get that from camera. Okay, that's that. Okay, so the last icon, this is used to rotate the color, rotate that your background in different ways. As you can see, it's rotating. Okay, these are all effects on the background too, but these are color effects. So I can use this, change the color or anything. So that's that for that. Let me enable. Okay, you click on noise to make it look rough, to work on the texture and everything. Okay, stripe, you add stripe. Okay, brightness, you increase the brightness or you reduce. Okay, I can still go back. Contrast, yeah. So all of these are just color effects on the background. Okay, so anything else? I think that's okay. So when you click, when you don't have any function, when you do not click on any function, when you come to this is what you see: text and code. So you can still get text by clicking on text to get a new text, and then you can now edit. Okay, so those functions only pops up when you click on any function, any of these icons down here, all these icons there. That's when tools, all those tools can come up. Okay, so when you didn't click anything, when you come to this, it will not show you anything. When you come to this, it will not show you. Come to that. Okay, so you can just still get sticker from here, import images again, draw, get shapes, just because you didn't click on any. This bezier will serve as the masking tool again. Okay, so that's that for that. I think okay, that's okay. You can get arrow or anything. Okay, that's that for that. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you in the class. Thank you.